jungle in Nubian language. So when the colonialists were living, this is where they stayed. That's why you can see the railway line is passing in between Kibera. So you find that these colonialists were within this area. So you find that when they were living, they gave out this land to non-civilians. If they are backing, but they can't attack the person they are backing at. Yeah. They are backing at that person, but they can't hurt him. Yeah. They feel that he's a bad guy. They feel that he collects their food from the villages. Yeah. So this railway line acts as a landmark that separates the formal Kibera and the informal Kibera. So where you are on that side is the formal Kibera. But when you cross over to this other side, it's the informal Kibera. Even with the settlements, you will see the difference.
Right.
So another way to figure out that people can still fit in Kibera is to build houses now on top of each other, so that those who are coming in can always find the houses still. Yeah.
So you can build the houses on top.
Yeah. So you can see the other side. So the reason why we can't extend, you can see the other side. You can see very beautiful apartments. That means it's another area for the middle class people in society. So we can never them in their cars passing by. You can see them in their houses, but you can't get to them. Yeah. So in Kibera also we have the animals, but they scavenge by themselves. We believe that they act as human beings because you can see there's no one taking care of them as per now. And then with the goats also in Kibera, we take them as omnivorous. They eat built a long time ago. And in Kibera there's nothing like doing repair, because doing repair it's like starting to build the building again. So you find that when you build this building, it will be like that until it goes down. That's why all the houses in Kibera, whenever it rains, they are all leaking, because there is all. So you can see the problem with the informal part is that the sewages are always running everywhere, and like in the formal part whereby you won't see any sewage running through. This is because we have a poor drainage system in these sides of Kibera. And then one thing with Kibera is that the main problem is the dirty environment. This is because the government has not yet allocated any specific place that will be used for the dumping purposes. So you find that because people do not have the specific dumping site, they will just throw the trash anywhere and anyhow, assuming that the rains will come and wash it away, or either it will be blown away by the wind. Yeah.
So there's no garbage system, no sanitation.
Yeah, no sanitation at all. And then with the government also, you know, we have a government that governs like Kibera.
Okay.
And then again, Kibera is under the government that governs the whole of Nairobi. But you find that after electing these leaders, none of them will come back to Kibera to at least make something to be better. They will all go away. But the first thing with the people here, they always forget very fast. Because after 5 years, these same people will come back to get votes from them, and they will still give it out. So they normally sell their votes. They have everything within the locality. You don't need like to move outside to go get anything. We have everything. We have the schools, the churches, the markets, everything. Yeah. So you find that the year will always end with someone not even stepping feet out of the community. So that is the interior parts of Kibera. You can watch from here. That is how houses are arranged. So in the interior parts, you will not see a road like this one. Instead, you will see the tiny roads that are always meandering around the houses. So if you don't know your ways very well, you might easily get lost. Yeah. Because the houses are arranged in their side, you can never tell this road leads to where when you don't know where you're going to. And then the many things you will see in the interior parts of Kibera are the electric lines passing through everywhere. There are so many. And with these electric lines, not that they are getting them from the direct company. Instead, it's illegal electricity.
They're taxing it?
Yes, someone just taps the line into the pole, then sells to the people around. So that's why electricity, we don't pay the company. Instead, we pay the people that tapped it to your house. That's why when you're renting a house, you must have your landlord, then you must have your person who taps for you electricity, and then your area where you get the water. So every bill you pay to different people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bills.
A lot. Because even school fees, you've not yet paid.
Wow.
So as for now, people are just doing repairs. You can see even the other roads, they were burnt down, but they can still use them. This is because they don't have any other option but just to use the burnt down iron sheets. Yeah. So now they're using the stones to build because they assume at least even when the fire breaks out, the buildings will still stand. Like that building over there, the stone building you see over there, that's where the fire stopped because it was a stone building. But all these other ones were all burnt down into ashes because they were just iron sheets. Yeah. So we are going to have a stop over at that point where we are going to rest for some while before going on.
Do the tours every day?
No, not every day.
Okay.
Like nowadays, the visitors come once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is the most popular time?
In these early months of the year, you find that so many people went for vacation during the last month.
Yeah.
So as per now, they are going back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was burnt down too?
There is a child calling you from inside that house over there.
Really?
You can see that all over there.
Wow.
There is a child there just calling you Muzungu, how are you? So you can just look at her. Yes, these ones too are burnt down. That's why you can see this house, they just use the burnt down iron sheets just to rebuild it again. So it got burnt down even at the back. Until the red roof over there.
They put out the fire.
Do they know the real meaning of it?
Of what?
The word Mzungu.
Yes, they know. Muzungu is a white person.
No, someone told me it's a deeper meaning than that.
For us, they just know that Muzungu is a white person.
Yeah.
I was heard that the real meaning is more than that. It's more of a slave trader, not just them being
Yeah, so
white.
before the slave traders were called the Muzungus because we thought that they were white, and then they were taking the Africans to make them slaves to their countries. Yeah, but the term still remained up to date. But now with the new generation, they just take it as a white person.
Ah, okay. So they don't really know the other
They
meaning.
know the deeper meaning.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So you find that where that shell is, it's a house. Even though there's a hole that is getting into it, but it's a house. That's why she can call you from inside. Apartments. So that those are the apartments that the government built, assuming that they are affordable and more improved houses that will help the people of Kibera. But you find that with the time, the price was too high for the people again to fit into those houses.
Wow.
So you find that other middle class people are the ones who are owning the houses as per now. Yeah.
So it doesn't
So
go.
it's just like displacing the people of Kibera every time. Now the same thing they want to do through this place. This side, so we can stand here. So you find that the whole of this place, all the way up to the other end, it used to be a settlement area, but the government, by saying that they want to build affordable and modern houses, they made people to move away, assuming that they want to get them the houses. But later on, after making the houses, the people of Kibera will not be able to get into the houses because the price will be too high for them to pay. So you find that it's just like a displacement of people every time. Yeah.
And what happens to the people,
The
houses
people
that
move
live
to
here?
other sites.
But no,
So you find that-
no compensation.
No compensation. So you find that the people who are here just move to other places because you find that most of the people who lived here are tenants. So a tenant you can always move easily. So the income by the collecting of the rents every month. So you find that when it's demolished, you start from scratch again. Yeah.
So people start from scratch a lot.
Yes. Every time.
So how can they ever get somewhere? They always
So
starting
you
over.
just like find another vacant house, or if you don't get, maybe you associate with a friend or a relative to always accommodate you for some time before you get another house. Collecting the money, yeah. And the tax is the same everywhere in Kenya.
Oh, it's the same for every person.
Same for every
Oh,
person,
yeah.
regardless of where you are.
Okay, okay.
But what do they get for paying their taxes?
The one you sell is the one you'll give and remain with nothing. Because the problem is, if you don't give the money, they will carry everything of yours away. So it's like a disadvantage. So you just sacrifice, oh, let me just give them this.
Wow.
The kids are greeting you over there.
You stop pointing the kids at me.
Hi.
Ungekuwa na msitu vizuri hata ungeenda. Mbona msitu?
So you see people's resting areas.
So hotels are called restaurants. So that's another restaurant.
That's another restaurant.
But at least that one is a bit bigger.
Poor thing.